The relentless passage of weeks etched a tormenting narrative into the chronicles of my tenure at Balandra. As the holiday season unfurled its festive charm, a peculiar directive from Mr. Anderson cast an ominous shadow over the horizon. It mandated the attendance of every employee at the city's most opulent hotel for a corporate event, a calculated move to scrutinize our interactions outside the rigid confines of the office. The office buzzed with a concoction of excitement and trepidation, the ostensible pretext being a celebration of the year's successes. However, for those of us who had become accustomed to Mr. Anderson's peculiar ways, it was evident that the event held significance beyond mere festivities. For me, the excitement was eclipsed by the acrid taste of weeks endured under the relentless onslaught of Mr. Anderson's psychological warfare. His tactics had escalated into a calculated effort to dismantle any semblance of confidence I clung to. Meetings, once platforms for professional collaboration, morphed into battlegrounds where each idea I presented was met with disdain. Each critique a calculated blow to my pride. Mr. Anderson derived sadistic pleasure from ridiculing me in front of my peers. He dismissed my suggestions with a condescending tone, highlighting my perceived incompetence. Assignments that should have been opportunities for growth transformed into vehicles of humiliation, exposing my vulnerabilities with surgical precision. As the city adorned itself with festive lights, my internal turmoil deepened. The holiday season, typically a time of joy, became the backdrop for a twisted tale of power dynamics and forbidden desires. The impending corporate event loomed as the stage for the final act in this dark drama, where the lines between attraction and repulsion blurred into a tumultuous symphony of emotions. And then there was the disconcerting paradox. As a heterosexual man, I grappled with the unnerving reality of being drawn to another man. A man who not only despised me, but saw me as inconsequential and inferior. It was a dichotomy that gnawed at the core of my identity, a conflict between societal norms and the uncharted territory of my own desires. The more Mr. Anderson belittled me, the stronger the magnetic pull became. It was a relentless dance of pain and desire, where each insult fueled an inexplicable longing for approval. As I navigated the complex web of my emotions, the corporate event loomed as a pivotal moment, promising either resolution or further entanglement in this perplexing journey of self-discovery. The days leading up to the event were a cacophony of mixed emotions. The relentless work routine continued, punctuated by Mr. Anderson's calculated jabs and veiled threats. Verbal assaults became an unfortunate norm, and the veneer of professionalism in our interactions crumbled under the weight of his condescension. One particularly harrowing incident occurred during a departmental meeting. As I presented a proposal aimed at streamlining processes, Mr. Anderson's eyes bore into me with a predatory intensity. With a derisive smirk, he dismantled my ideas one by one, emphasizing their perceived flaws in a relentless monologue. "Alex, you seem to be under the impression that your ideas hold merit," he sneered, his tone dripping with disdain. "But the reality is that your incompetence shines through in every proposal. I'm beginning to wonder if there's any substance beneath that facade of yours." The room fell silent, my colleagues casting sympathetic glances in my direction. The weight of his words hung in the air, a suffocating reminder of It was a calculated attempt to erode not just my professional standing, but my very sense of self. In private meetings, the harassment took a more insidious turn. Behind closed doors, Mr. Anderson's taunts delved into personal territory, probing my vulnerabilities with a malevolent precision. He questioned my worth, my capabilities, and insinuated that my presence in the company was inconsequential. "You're lucky to even have a position here," he remarked coldly, his eyes locking onto mine with a predatory gleam. "But make no mistake, Alex, your existence here is a mere formality, a glitch in the system that I might address in due time." These encounters left me emotionally battered, questioning not just my professional competence, but the very fabric of my identity. Each verbal assault was a reminder that, in Anderson's eyes, I was an expendable pawn in his elaborate game of corporate chess. Despite the relentless torment, a perverse attraction grew within me. It defied reason and societal norms, manifesting as a twisted form of longing for the very person who reveled in my degradation. The dichotomy of emotions gnawed at my sanity, blurring the lines between victim and willing participant in this macabre dance.